Welcome to the Stronger Than Your Boyfriend podcast, a podcast for anyone into fitness.
Especially for all of you suckers buying those intra-workout supplements.
We are Heather and Katie, owners of Barpath Fitness, here to help you sift through the bullshit and toxic misinformation that permeates the fitness industry. Today, we're talking about something
Suckers?
Yes, we're talking about suckers.
We've all been suckers at some point.
We have. And we're talking about something that pisses us off a little bit.
Yeah.
Of course.
A lot
is
of
going
it.
to be a fun one.
Yeah.
The dark side of the fitness industry and how the fitness industry profits off of your insecurities.
Pisses us off.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the fitness industry is, the stats are all over the place, but about a $22 billion industry. But if you tie health into the mix, you're looking at something like $115 billion.
I was going to say, does that just, the 22 billion, does that only count like supplements and
I think
programs?
it's supplements, gyms, like
okay.
equipment, things like that.
Got it.
Whereas when you put health,
We're talking like,
which is more supplements, right? And I don't know how they divide this up.
I wonder if it's like functional medicine incorporated into that. Probably not yet.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I'm sure.
A lot of money.
Yeah,
They
right.
make a lot of money.
They make a lot of money, and what's not talked about enough is how much of that money is made by making people feel not good enough.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what we're here to talk about. We're not here to bash fitness and health. We love fitness and health.
But a little bit, yeah.
It's literally our job.
Yes.
But the problem is a lot of what's being sold as health is manipulation.
Yeah, I feel like that's part of the reason why we're doing what we're doing with this podcast, with our business, and trying to shift the focus, especially for women, away from losing weight and being skinny. And that was just how, I think during the 80s and 90s and early 2000s, I think all of the money came then when they were trying to get women to just be stick thin and be skinny and eat your 1,200 calories a day and selling their pink supplements because it's pink for women. It's just a bunch of bullshit, right? So yeah, I think it's good. Like health is good, but the shit that works doesn't sell that much.
Yeah.
You don't make a lot of money off of, having a nighttime routine so you get better sleep. You can make a little bit of money off of a good program, but you do a good program once and then you find another one and that's not where the money is. Yeah. The money is the supplements and all the big shit that people sell. So, okay, what do we mean by, the dark side of fitness marketing? Basically, we're referring to the use of manipulative and or misleading tactics to promote programs, supplements, or health services. That one seems really slimy to me, using manipulative tactics to sell health services.
Right.
That just seems really slimy. Like you're a trainer or you're a health coach or you're a dietitian and you're profiting off of someone's insecurity. That's really fucked up. So hopefully you're not doing that. Supplement companies, I think, are the worst because they promote these supplements as queen and they're like, well, just do this and take this, but don't worry about what your program looks like or how your sleep is. Just take this supplement and you're fine. So there's not an emphasis on the big rocks, right? And what I mean by the big rocks is, are you exercising? Are you strength training? Are you moving your body? Are you sleeping? Are you eating healthy food and enough protein?
Yeah.
Like that's the shit I'm talking about that doesn't sell that much money.
Right.
Or it doesn't, you don't make that much money off of that. And the bad part about the supplement industry is that it's not FDA regulated. It's not regulated. So they can basically say whatever the hell they want on their label. And they can make all of these claims. And let's just say, let's talk about creatine, okay?
Yeah.
We love creatine. We've talked about it before. It's the most well-studied supplement there is.
Yep.
And, this is just an example, but some random jabroni who wants to sell creatine and make money off of it can say there's 5 grams per serving, but when in reality, he might be putting 2 grams of creatine per serving and just dusting in all these whatever ingredients that are cheaper so that he makes more of a profit. So that happens all of the time with these supplements.
Yeah.
And I think that there are more reputable supplement companies out there now.
Yes.
But when we were in college, I think that was all, pre-workouts were all the rage, and they would make all these claims that you're getting creatine, you're getting beta-alanine, and you're getting, I don't even know, and nitric oxide and all of these things that they're selling for like the pump or for better results, when in reality, one, no, it doesn't really get you that much better results, even if they did have the full dosing that they claimed. But it's just the way that they market it. Like, you need it.
Yeah.
And-
The FDA doesn't have oversight of supplements, right? So people assume if it's on a shelf and it's marked by their favorite or marketed by their favorite fitness influencer, right? That it's going to be legit. But that's not always the case.
Yeah.
And there are third-party testing companies now, like we were talking about. So we have a creatine monohydrate that we really like.
Yeah.
It's like, is it NSF certified? It's certified safe for sport.
Yeah, so you can take it if you're in a drug-tested powerlifting competition, in the Olympic weightlifting competition. But I think even beyond that, like Olympic level, I don't know.
Yes, it's WADA.
Yeah,
It's WADA.
yeah. Well, okay, WADA. Yeah.
And so the thing about that is there's a third-party testing system there, so you can trust it. And I heard recently, I actually was on the I think it was USPA or USAPL website. I'm on their Facebook group still, even though I don't compete anymore. And one of the meet directors, it might have been here, it might have been in Illinois, because I follow both. Might have been Wyoming, because I follow them too randomly.
Yeah.
One of the like state chairs was like, hey, make sure you're like looking into your supplements. Like, we had someone claim that they were completely drug free.
Yeah.
They went to like a GNC or something and bought some supplement that had some sort of test boost in it.
Yeah.
And they failed their drug test, and now they're banned from powerlifting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that federation.
Yeah,
Because
that's
like,
an
they
extreme
didn't
example, yeah.
realize that this, like, there are certain like test boost things I think that you can get, but that is an extreme example. But also,
But
like,
it happens a lot, though.
yeah.
And then on the other hand, you might be paying X amount for a supplement and you're not even really getting much of that supplement either. So you're kind of just paying for nothing. You're paying for whatever chemicals they're putting in as fillers and not really getting the ingredient or nutrient or whatever you're supplementing with that you need.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
do your moral of the story. We're talking about supplements. Do your research.
Yes.
So
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of supplement companies kind of cherry pick research to say, hey, this is beneficial for this reason.
Ooh, I have
There's a new kind of creatine. Like, we should.
oh God, I have a company in mind. Just comes to mind with the cherry picking of the studies to sell the supplements, but we're not going to
We're not going to go into that. But it does happen, right? It does happen.
Yeah.
And we've talked about supplements that are well researched before. I've added a couple supplements into my routine lately.
Okay.
And the reason I've done it is because of blood testing.
Yeah.
So if you are going to supplement, you need to get your blood tested.
Yes.
Understand what you're deficient in.
Yes.
So I have issues with, so I'm doing hormone replacement right now. So I'm doing like a very, very small bit of tests and progesterone, and then L-carnitine, which is something that helps with cholesterol movement, actually, and some other stuff. But this is all blood work.
Yeah.
And I am actually going next week to get my next blood work done, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about on a future
we should.
podcast. But most supplements, like, you either don't need them or they're not the right balance of what you need.
Right.
If you're just like buying them off the shelf,
Yeah.
you have to go to an actual doctor, get your blood tested, see what you're deficient in, talk to someone, and find out what's best from there. So everything that I'm getting directly from a doctor.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to a GNC and getting
Right. And seeing what Dr. Jabroni at GNC is prescribing for you.
Yeah, exactly.
So also, here's what people need to realize when it comes to supplements. If you are eating a healthy diet, yes, I understand that the way that food is, I don't know, the way that food is made now, it's a bunch of processed bullshit, I get. But if you're trying to eat healthy, whole, natural foods, you're getting nutrients in. Yes, there aren't as many nutrients in our food or even whole foods now because of the way, agriculture is, but it's still better than eating packaged shit. But where I'm going with this is that if you are nailing those big rocks that we talked about, you're pretty much 95% of the way there. The supplements are just going to give you that boost towards optimal health. And I don't want people to think that they just have to buy supplements.
Yes.
Although, yes, if for optimal health, I think that somewhere in everyone, you're probably deficient in something. But if you just try, if you are nailing the big rocks, you're trying to go outside a little bit and, be in nature, get some sunlight, etc., sleep, you're gonna do well. You're gonna see really good results from that, and you don't need supplements. There are a few that might, push you towards that optimal health. But that's what the supplement industry sells you, is that they sell that you need this.
Have it. Yeah.
And then they want to promote this FOMO if you don't have it. And they also have these misleading pictures. I don't know if you've seen these, I mean, maybe more so back in the day, like the misleading pictures. Do you remember that one where I feel like it had to have been a joke? It was like a before and after for whatever supplement, I don't even know. And it was like some really out of shape, like fat white guy, like for the before picture. And then the after picture was this like a really jacked black guy. What? I think it must have been a joke, but like I think it was illustrating like how stupid the photos can be. You know, they can even pre-Instagram, pre-social media, they were doctoring photos. They were, I don't know if it was Photoshop back then, but it was like airbrushing or whatever they did for the magazines just to sell their supplement.
Right.
To say, oh, if you take this supplement, this is your before and after. You'll have similar results. So
Ridiculous. Yeah. Supplements are meant to supplement a perfect diet and exercise routine. Like until you get sleep, diet, exercise, hydration, all that stress in order.
Yeah.
There's no need to supplement.
Yeah.
Right? Like
it's
get everything
the top of the
big rocks
pyramid
first. Yeah, exactly.
And who has, I mean, nowadays, especially, who has an extra few $100s a month to spend just on supplements?
Yeah.
And you don't need to stress out about not having it. Yeah. If there is something off in your health and you are feeling the effects of it, yes.
Right.
That's important, but it's important to go check out what that actually is. Because you can have too much of something too.
Correct.
You're just taking whatever random supplements because you think that it's healthy. You might be giving yourself too much of that. So
Exactly.
this is why you need to test. Yeah.
The whole fix your body fast thing, right, is designed to get you to buy more and more products without actually listening to your body and understanding what it needs.
Yeah.
And then we tie, social media on top of it.
Yeah.
And everything that's happening there. And there's this whole state of not enoughness. And the solution to not being enough is, more restrictive diets, buy this program, buy this supplement, et cetera. And it sucks.
This is why the focus of your training needs to be the process of it and focusing on what you're doing in your training and just trying to live a healthy lifestyle versus the end result, the end goal. Because guess what? Even if you hit that number on the scale that you used to be in high school, or you used to, you're fitting in your skinny jeans that you used to be able to fit in high school, maybe you nailed that milestone and that was your ultimate goal. Okay, then what's next? That's how humans are. We always have a goal. Then you'll want more. You'll want to be pant size smaller now. You'll want to be even lighter than you were in high school or whatever. So that's why it's important to shift focus to, like, you don't have to love working out. You don't have to love going into the gym. We've talked about this before. Everyone's not like, ooh, I can't wait to work out. Like, I don't feel that way. You don't feel that way. Sometimes it's like, oh yeah, let's do this. But, just the actual process of doing it and focusing on how it makes you feel and your energy and just the daily process of being healthy in this modern world, because you have to go out of your way to do that now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just
Intrinsic motivation.
Yep. We talked about that too. Okay, I just want to talk briefly about actual fitness products that are a waste of money, like legitimately. Okay, number one, I think if you want to spend your money on pre-workouts, okay, but you don't need it. Like I don't even know what's in them that you actually need, that they're claiming you need. Maybe creatine, but you can just buy creatine that's a lot cheaper. So I think for most people, you can probably skip it. You don't need it to have a good workout, but I understand the ritual of it.
Yes, exactly.
So that's okay. If it gets you in the mood to go to the gym, great. Take it, tasty, whatever. Definitely don't fucking waste your money on the intra workouts. I don't even know what they are. They're probably they're just dextrose powder in the form of, claiming that it's branched chain amino acids, which you don't need to supplement with if you're getting enough protein.
I would rather just eat gummy bears or something delicious than take a dextrose shake in my workout.
Yeah, that reminds me of that candy where you just like poured the sugar in your mouth. Like that's basically it. Yeah. Definitely don't waste your money on an intra workout. You're just, figure out, probably need to eat more if you need to satisfy your cravings that way. Yeah, like if you're like craving sugar and you're like, ooh, something tasty to drink, don't waste your money. Just eat more. I would say pre-workouts, but if it gets you in the mood, sure.
Right.
Fat burners, don't touch them. I feel like we're all at a place now where we know this. I hope so.
I hope we know this.
I hope we know that you don't need to buy Hydroxycut. I don't know if they're a brand anymore.
I don't either, but I love that example.
The fat burner. I mean, I remember growing up seeing that shit everywhere.
Yeah, no, yeah. So I used to be able to buy like a Fedra at the gas station.
All they do is like speed your heart rate up a
Yeah.
little bit,
Yeah,
which is
make
like,
you sweat.
okay, make you sweat and you're kind of burning extra calories, but it doesn't really do anything for you. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to just be sitting around with my heart rate elevated. That sounds like I'm going to have a heart attack and that would scare the shit out of me. So moral of the story, go drink some coffee, track your calories, and eat at a deficit. There you go. There's your fat burner. You don't want to buy the pre-workout? Drink some damn coffee. Coffee is a lot cheaper, let me tell you that.
it is.
Okay, another fitness product that you shouldn't waste your money on. Shitty program.
Yeah.
If you don't know what a shitty program is, listen to our episodes.
All
We've
of them.
talked about it. Most of them are shitty. There are better ones out there now, stronger, but in others. But a program that is designed to just make you sweat, it'll produce very lackluster results. So what could that possibly look like? I don't know, a bunch of burpees and box jumps and AMRAPs with no rhyme or reason and EMOMs every minute on the minute. Those are, they're intensity techniques, but if they're used to just make you do movements and get your heart rate up, not going to produce good results. It'll make you sweaty. Maybe you'll feel like you are getting good results, but if we're talking like you want to build muscle and you want to change your body composition, that is not the way to go.
Right.
And we've obviously talked about that. So don't waste your money on that or buying your favorite fitness influencers program because their program probably won't work for you. So waist trainers, another product. Let's not. You're paying literally for like a snug, I don't even know, is it like a compression shirt or like a compression corset?
Similar to
It's a corset.
Yeah, but not quite because I actually have a lot of friends in corset culture and it's very different.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
Corsets
definitely
are a form of body modification.
Yeah.
So it's like tattoos, piercings,
Right.
all that stuff.
a waist trainer is just like a
Waist
compression
trainer.
band.
Yeah, it's interesting because the only people that I know that use waist trainers are
Yeah.
competitors.
Yeah.
And I don't know that there's no research to back up waist trainers at all.
Bodybuilding competitors.
Yes, bodybuilding, like figure and fitness, because they have to have such a small waist. And what I think they see the benefit is when you are on stage for a long period of time and you have to hold your abs like engaged. I think that they feel that if they can train in the waist trainer, it helps them to just engage their core for a longer period of time to practice for on stage.
Yeah.
Because you are forced to keep it tight the whole time.
Yeah, but
However,
yeah.
but that's an aesthetic thing.
Okay, yeah,
Right? I'm talking
right.
about like the
That's not
rectus abdominis aesthetically show your core versus, a strong core. There is a
Yeah.
huge difference. And the waist trainer does not help you get a strong core.
yeah, I actually, in fact, if you wear it all the time, you're gonna atrophy your muscles.
It's like wearing a belt all the time.
Right, because your body is your abdominal region and the muscles there, it's gonna start to rely on that and then you won't be able to efficiently activate them as much on your own.
Right.
This is part of the reason why, kind of a side note, but it definitely relates. My clients and sometimes, who are like a little more hardcore, they're like my online clients. They're like, well, can I use a belt for this? Can I use a belt for this deadlift? And I'm like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to. Maybe once in a while, if we're going for like a heavy triple or a heavy single or a heavy set, or if I want their first set to be heaviest or whatever, maybe. But unless they're competing, I don't want them to rely on that. I want them to learn how to brace their core and get their core strong enough to, whip what their legs can and the rest of their body, because that's important. Everything's connected. So it's the same. And I think that for bodybuilders, I can see why they would want a smaller weight, because your ab muscles will grow if you're engaging them. And one, I think that's an awesome look to have. It's like thick, like
I do
core
too.
and
Yeah.
strong looking core.
Like CrossFit, thick
Yeah.
ass core
Yeah.
chicks. You're like, hell
You're
yeah.
like, yeah, you look
I feel
fucking
like you could
badass.
lift a truck.
Yeah,
with those
like
abs.
a tree trunk.
I want that.
Right, and I think with the probably mostly the figure competitors, the women.
Figure, bikini, anything where it has to be hourglass. Like they want the tapered, large back, tiny waist.
Right. And I can see why you'd maybe want to atrophy that area, but just saying that out loud just sounds horrible.
Well, there's a lot of things in bodybuilding that are not healthy.
Should we do an episode on that? Have we even done one? I don't know. We need to do that because
probably.
I think that it tends to become, if someone gets really into fitness, it's not always true, but it becomes a goal a lot. Like, now I'm good. Like I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. Now I want to take it to the next level. Well, how do I do that? Compete in a bodybuilding show. And so, oof, wait, that's a whole thing in and of itself. You can like really push your body without being judged. You know, you can push your body for that vacation or whatever, just for yourself. But the judging and the whole whole culture, it's extreme. So we should do an episode.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
All right. So how to take back control of your wellness? Well, you don't need to spend a ton of money on supplements, like you said. Get the big rocks in place and, do the things that we always talk about on podcasts. I want to take a second to talk about fear-based marketing. Because that's what a lot of this is. Fear-based marketing is such an interesting tactic to me. It typically, when we think about it, it's basically tapping into your anxieties, your insecurities, your perceived threats in order to prompt someone to take action. Okay. And that's by this service, by this program, whatever it is, right? We'll give you relief and protection from this scary thing. That's fear-based marketing. It's used a shit ton in the fitness industry. It can be effective in certain situations. For instance, if I feel like there's a little bit of it when we think about aging and injury and what could happen if you don't strength train.
Okay.
We talk about that a lot.
That's fair. Yeah,
we talk about that a lot. If you don't strength train, this is what's going to happen, right?
But it's true.
And it is very true. And there's a piece of that to our marketing. So I'm not saying that all fear-based marketing is bad. However, there's a point where it's super extreme. And I want to give you an example. Way back in the 1920s, this is super interesting. Yeah. The best example that I can think of is from the 1920s with Listerine. Okay. So Listerine.
Mouthwash?
Yep, the mouthwash. Ran an ad in the 20s. And they warned women that they would, if they didn't use their mouthwash, they would be often a bridesmaid, never a bride. And get this is even better. Listerine made up the word halitosis.
What?
The founder of Listerine, their son, made up the word halitosis, created a medical condition around bad breath to sell their product.
That's fucked up.
And they went from 115K to 8 million in just a few years.
That's so fucked up.
That is the first example of fear-based marketing that I can
internet.
see.
I love the internet, and now you can you could do your
Isn't
research.
that crazy?
That's so
Because
fucked
you know
up.
the word halitosis, right?
Yeah, I thought it was a thing.
idea. I had no idea where it came from. It came from Listerine.
That is so
Wild.
I mean, holy shit! I mean, what a snaky ass person, but that's smart. I mean, it's smart.
It made a shit ton of money.
Of course, it was women. Of course, it was fucking that towards women. So stupid.
Always a bride.
It's always
never a bride.
If you think about this, ladies, listen up. Think about every fucking industry. Clothing, all mostly geared towards, I don't want to say it's all profiting off of your insecurity, but it's here's these clothes that make you look a certain way. Fitness industry, here's a supplement that makes you lean and long and whatever the fuck. I mean, here's the program. Here's the program for women, so you grow your ass and make your boobs perky or whatever.
You better train around your menstrual cycle.
Yeah.
So here's the new program.
Here's the new program for period training. And makeup. You will look like shit if you don't put makeup on your body. It's just, holy fuck. Women have gotten the shit end of the stick for so long, and I want everyone to listen the fuck up. It's time to just stop. Like, look a certain way, yes, but be strong, be badass, don't fall for this bullshit, because it's any industry. Think of any industry. The movie industry. How do these actresses look? They're skinny as hell, and that's how you want to look, because you look up to them. It's all of it. So be aware, be fucking strong, get strong, because when you're strong, you're empowered, and you won't care about this bullshit.
That's so
take
true.
back your health.
Oh my God, that's so true.
Yeah.
I think about the wrinkles in my forehead all the time.
Oh, wrinkles. You're dead. You're fucking dead. If you're a woman and you get wrinkles in this society and day and age, we're gonna fucking bury you. That is literally how it's marketed to women. I can't stand it.
No, it's so true. It's so true. But I think about it, and I think about who fucking cares about a couple wrinkles when I am strong as hell. My quads look great. Like my shoulders look good.
And I'm like, why is it, you think of men. Oh, the silver fox, and I love his wrinkles. Like, oh man, he's so hot. And it's like, well, that woman, she had one gray hair and she has to dye it, or else she's banned, she's shunned. Handmaid's Tale, you work in the fields. Like, it's just so stupid. I hate it. And I'm sorry I'm going on a tangent right now, but fuck this shit. So yes, you are strong, you will not care about that shit anymore.
So true.
And when you're strong, if you're training for strength and you're making your overall health and lifestyle just based in strength, you will look good.
Yeah.
But it's like, I know I'm going off on a tangent here, but the body positive movement, fucking love it. And then it got turned into this, everyone's saying, well, they're claiming that you're healthy at any size. It's like, fuck you. No, people are just saying, okay, I'm working on it. I'm working on my health, but I'm not stick skinny right now. Yeah. And it just becomes this whole like, well, you're claiming this, like, okay, do you know what their blood work looks like? No.
Right.
Do you know how their heart is? Do you know how their organs function? No. So, I mean, that's not to say that there are probably some people who do claim that.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you're clinically obese and you're claiming that. We're not talking about extremes, but it was women trying to take their fucking power back.
Right.
And it just got shit on again.
Yeah.
So anyways, I'm just going to stop. But fear-based marketing.
Yeah. Shit's crazy.
Well, and back to what you're talking about with injuries, that there's an objective reality to that.
Yeah.
If you do not strength train, you will get to a certain age to where you will be hurting. Something might break, you might fall, you might break, something is going to hurt. And if you don't strength training can and will help it. It might not completely prevent something, just depending on the person, but it's an objective reality. If you don't strength train, eventually shit is going to break down.
Yeah.
Shit is going to break down anyways. We're all going to be, maybe hopefully in our 90s and 100s, and you're not going to feel the same as you are now. But it's like, if you can strength train and make yourself strong, you can be a little more resilient to that. So anyways, oof. Okay.
Man.
Sorry. It's so, I mean, just think everything is trying to profit. I mean,
It's crazy.
they even do that for, feminine products, which feminine products, period products.
Thank you. Yeah.
Like this tampon is going to make you smell fresh. Like, no, first of all, your period is going to smell like a period. Like, you don't want to put fragrance down there. No. Anyways, it's bad for you. And it's just, it's kind of crazy. I don't know. I just feel like our network, the people that we know are doing a really good job of, empowering women and our colleagues in this space, which obviously we surround ourselves with these people for a reason.
Right.
But it's just really,
It's wild.
I mean, it pisses me off when I think about it because I'm sure I'm victim to it sometimes because, marketing is everywhere.
Yeah.
So, but just be strong.
Yeah.
Mentally, physically.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I digress.
No, that's really
Talk about it.
That's really it.
Hopefully that was good note to end on.
Yes.
Do the big rocks, take the supplements you need, go to bed, drink some coffee, love your life. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, I feel like this would be a good discussion in the Facebook group.
I think so too.
What supplement did you used to take that you realized, holy shit, I've just been wasting my money? Which, like, no judgment. We've all.
Yeah.
I used to buy pre-workouts out the ass
Yeah,
and the post workout and the intro. Like, I did that. You did it. We were talking before we started about the pre-workout that got banned because it was like basically meth. Like, we were promoting that shit back in the day. We don't know.
I used to take that.
Yeah. So yes, we want to hear from you. Join our Facebook group, Stronger Than Your Boyfriend.
Yes.
Tell us what pisses you off.
Ooh, yeah.
That would be fun.
Go off.
Go off.
Just go off.
Just go off.
Join the groups, you can go off.
Join the groups. You can go off.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Peace out.